Today's video is going to be featuring the haul from the Elephant's Trunk, which is in New Milford, Connecticut. Yours truly trucked all the way to there to check this out. It's my summer of fun doings. At the end of the summer, that's what I do. Again, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. We'll talk about the haul. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the Dark Cosmic Universe. My name is Avian Savage. We talk about action figures. We talk about Pokemon cards. We talk about vehicles. We talk about play sets. We talk about cool cosmic collectibles just like this. We talk about cosmically doing some cosmic thrifting, of course. If you are new to the channel, please activate that bell icon so you get notified when I upload a video or a YouTube short. Also, check out the links in the description. I have an eBay store where I sell vintage and retro t-shirts. I also sell paperback books. When I make a sale, I bring it back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe like I do all the time. Sold 2 shirts actually. Got them in packaged up, and then I got them on the way out, so they have been mailed out. And thank you so much for those who have done that. Again, thank you guys for hanging out here in the Dark Cosmic Universe. Thank you for leaving comments. That definitely helps the channel. This definitely helps the channel as well. Sharing the videos, remixing, remastering, reinvigorating, reimagining what the Dark Cosmic Universe is in your part of the area. Okay, or the universe. All right, let's get to what was part of the haul. Now, I was there. I went to the Elephant's Trunk. You're like, you were where? I was at the Elephant's Trunk. It's a huge flea market. It's in New Milford, Connecticut, which is on the border of New York and Connecticut. Totally not near where I am in this Dark Cosmic Universe, but yours truly made a haul. I go there once a summer just to go there. They're only open on Sundays. You never know what you're going to get, and that's what this haul is all about. I did find one really cool, it's going to be a labor of love, hopefully getting it restored, not to its full natural image, but we'll get as close as possible, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. All right, anyway, we're going to get to the haul because I know you guys are really curious. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving things out of the view, so pause the video when you can. I will try to take photos of what I can for the haul. Again, I'll probably be reviewing some of the stuff later on. All right, let's go to the books. Yours truly, and I'll try to give you a price approximate for each thing. Again, everything was paid in cash. So I found this here. It's a vintage Superman 4, The Quest for Peace paperback book. Yours truly loves collecting paperbacks. Very cool. This was a great find. Got it for $3. I could have talked the person down, but the person was such a great person there and didn't really look for so much. You know, I'm like, $3, okay, you know what? He's there to make money. I'm there to make money too because I recycle things back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe. So I did not have a problem helping that gentleman out. And again, he was looking at my wagon. He's like, "That's all you got?" And I'm like, that's all I'm interested in. And you'll notice that this haul was not really a lot of stuff. So it's going to be kind of quick and easy. Speaking of paperback books, towards the end, this was one of the last things I purchased. Now, this was part of a lot that I wound up getting. The guy was like, "Oh, you found some cool Star Wars stuff." Now, just to let you know, the person who was selling the items thought this was a Star Wars vehicle as well. I'm like, okay, if you want to think that's a vehicle from Star Wars, he goes, "I'll lot it all together in a Star Wars lot." I'm like, thank you so much. So for like 15 bucks, I got the vehicle, we got this, and then the surprise at the end, which you've already probably seen. So really cool. Yours truly does collect paperback books. I do sell them, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that. All right, here we go. Here's some of the paperback stuff. This I thought was cool. Now, this was $8. This is a vintage coloring book from Caldor. That was a company that like sold stuff. And then we got a Dropsy over in the back. I knew that was going to happen. We'll get back to the Dropsy guy. Anyway, so this was really cool. I checked it out. This was $8, a little bit more on the pricey side. However, I did go through most of these books, which I did, and the pages were clean from what I remembered. And I said, for $8, it wasn't filled in. I always thought that it was. This is really cool. This is a movie that I remember as a kid. And I probably had this coloring book way back when. So again, it's kind of cool. And it's really weird. Not weird, but kind of coincidental that I wound up finding the paperback book of. Wait a minute, he was not in the movie. Okay, I don't think Carrie Booth looked like that. Anyway, so I found the paperback book to this, which is really cool. Oh, forgot to show you the back of it. But really, really cool. Again, vintage. And yours truly likes. I love The Black Hole. One of those underrated movies from Disney that I thought was really, really cool. All right. Also for $8, The Empire Strikes Back. This is really cool. The coloring book. Again, $8, the same thing. I could have talked the person down, and you have that option if you want to. But, you know, for finding this I thought was really cool. So for all the Star Wars fans out here, you know what you're looking at here. Now, again, the pages are a little yellowed. It's probably coming up white, but very cool. I probably had this as a kid. I most likely had it as a kid. And of course, what did you do when you had it as a kid? You colored it in. I'm going to go through page by page here because, all right, that's a little odd. If you know the storyline, you know what's going on there and why that's kind of really odd. But again, as a kid, I probably colored these in. I had them. Now I've got it here, you know, in the collection. Trying to go through most of the pages here. Again, this is yellow, but you know, that's what happens with paper over time. It does yellow, but it looks pretty crisp and white on the, looking at the monitor over here. I'd think about that. But really, really cool. Again, a lot of nostalgia. It was a nostalgia kind of like shopping for me. I was looking for Halloween stuff. I was looking for, who the heck is that? It's not Darth Vader, is it? Who's this? What, Ming the Merciless? When did he appear on Cloud City? Okay. Again, you got to take these pictures with a grain of salt because they only got so much play with the ability to make it their own, and they needed to also be careful of the licensing for the product. Come on. Lando Calrissian did not look that smooth. I mean, he was smooth, but he wasn't that smooth. Oh my gosh, this is kind of funny. That's why it's kind of cool to explore this stuff. If you've never picked up a coloring book from a vintage store, you know, check it out. And again, if it's something that you were into, I'm trying to get this page open here. But again, you know, it has to do with, you know, it's a cool thing to do. And sometimes, again, they aren't able to do the full entire thing. I was waiting for to say, may the farce be with you. But really cool. Again, for $8, I thought it wasn't a bad deal. And again, it's yours truly. It's my little vacation, staycation vacation. All right, let's get him out of the way. This is the Scorpion from Across the Universe. Got it for $5. The guy was asking 10. And that's, again, you can do negotiation. And I had to figure out how to get this string around his neck here. But a cool figure. I'll probably doing this guy. I will be making a review on this, and we'll go through it. Now, it does have some wear over here, so there's some plastic wear, as you can tell. So hopefully this does not break over time, but it might. So anyway, picked it up for $5. It was Marvel, and I'm going to be getting back into doing some Marvel stuff. Speaking of Marvel, I'm just going to go with things here. So this is a vintage, I'm pretty sure it's vintage. It is the McDonald's, I was going to say macaroni, but Wolverine figure. Might be able to do this on a review. Has a little gimmick in the back here. So Wolverine's claws come out, and they come in. So this is a pretty cool figure. And again, most of the stuff I will be trying to I will do hopefully a separate review if I remember. If not, this is, you know, this will be a one and done thing. Now I found these really cool accessories. These are for the Undertaker for the Stomp series. This is the Jack specific. When I saw these, I was like, that's pretty cool, except for this one. It's got purple metallic, and I don't know what figures I could actually have this go with. Probably more like a 3 3/4 inch figure if possible, but again, goes for that. Now this is the harness, or the front I think the front harness. Looks like for Xena, so I thought that was pretty cool. So again, that kind of like, I got it like all lumped up and all a bunch of stuff. Over here, We wound up getting the Spin Master Mr. Freeze figure, which is pretty cool. I'll probably do a review on this because I did get some Batman loose figures, so I'll probably throw that in there for a review. Wound up picking up the WWF, I'm assuming it's WWF SummerSlam, before they lost the license. So again, it was just like a little piece, and this was for the tag team champion. So I guess you put one figure on. It's a, you know, it's a stand, and yours truly does do. You know, I love my vintage figures and my wrestling figures. Now this is the Land Shark. This is a vintage one. Now it is busted over here. This is broke, so I'm going to try to find maybe a replacement part for here, because the mouth does not completely close as it should, but it does have the mechanism to open up the mouth, and I might just have to replace this whole part. Who knows? Again, it was part of that lot, which I thought was pretty decent. So now I can't say I never had a vintage one. This one has a little bit of wear and tear to it, but that's okay because it'll look good with the rest of the Masters of the Universe Origins line. And I did get a more modern version of the Land Shark. Okay, so yours truly, the final thing, I'm waiting for the end. This is going to be a labor of love to restore or get it close to its original. Here it is. This is the Milton Bradley Starbird spaceship. I had this as a child. Now, a lot of these, when you do find them, they're missing this one piece. This is the piece that costs probably one of the more costlier items that it's tough to replicate. So what yours truly is going to do, it is missing the engines in the back. I will try to find a 3D printed engine for a larger part. I've seen the regular ones. It is missing, I believe these are the stabilizers. I remember this having this as a kid. Now the electronics do work. The guy, when he was selling me this, again, I got it for like $10, but then he allotted it with everything else. This is really cool. It's about 16 inches long, thereabouts. It actually has the electronics work. He's like, I tried working the electronics. What he did is he put a bum battery in it. The battery was corroded, and then when I tried to take the battery out, the battery had snapped. So it's got two little spots. So I was able to carefully take it out, clean it out a little bit, and the electronics work pretty much okay. The only thing is I'm having an issue with this toggle switch, which I'm going to have to figure out so I don't bust it, how to make sure that this slides back and forth. But again, really, really cool. If you have this toy, the part comes off here. You could use this as a little mini ship and then put the engine on the back. Again, the firing device is this over here. It does click back into place. I will be ordering a reproduction cannon for this, and again, I don't care because it'll be a labor of love, and I will have repro parts. And I'm like, you go, but Avian, it won't be an original. You're right, it won't be an original, but that's okay. It's good enough for me, because one of the cannons I saw on eBay was going for like $80. No, thank you. I can get a reproduction for like 20 bucks. Again, 1/4 the cost, and then the stabilizers. I remember as a kid, and again, I might go over the final product. I remember taking the stabilizers out and using them as like little mini like drones or something like that before I knew anything about drones. Anyway, that's it. It's going to be a quick video. Very excited. This was the piece de resistance over here. Very excited to find this for 10 bucks. And again, I will be cleaning it up. I did reach out to someone on eBay to tell me what I could do. Again, a lot of, I think it's hydrogen peroxide. I think that's what he said. I had to look at it again to make this a little bit wetter. It is dingy. They're like, oh, you could just spray paint it white. I'm like, yeah, no, that totally ruins the whole gimmick for this thing. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to clean it up, and that'll be it. The stickers are pretty decent. I'm going to reapply, or actually I'll take some glue to get down the rest of the stickers. The stickers are pretty much almost there intact. There was a sticker, I guess, that went that way, but at least that's what the box had. But the Starbird, to find this for $10, I thought this was really cool. This is by Milton Bradley. Again, it was something I had as a child. I remember it a lot bigger. Of course, I was a lot smaller back then. And I've also seen some I saw a stand you can actually put this on with LED lights that they were selling. So once I get this thing close to finalized, we'll definitely probably do a follow-up video. But the engine one, that's going to be the toughest one to find. But I hopefully will find a reproduction of the engine, or if I can find the engine, that'll be great. Those little mini engines that go here. So it's only missing, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. And again, not a bad little labor of love to check it out here on the Dark Cosmic Universe to work on. So again, I'll be working on that, and then I'll probably doing another follow-up video on this. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you are subscribed to the channel, you're a part of the Dark Cosmic family. Who are my Dark Cosmic family members? Why, they're my Cosmic Cosmonauts, my Cosmic Comrades, my insane toy collectors, my Dark Cosmic Pokemon collectors, and my Dark Cosmic collectors as well. What do I say? Say it loud and proud. From one side of the galaxy to the other, and somewhere in between, there is the Dark Cosmic Universe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, it's going to be a quick one. Check out the YouTube shorts. I've got tons of videos, some little mini videos of things that I found. I found the fake Labubus, whatever they call them. I know my daughter was into that. So I said, I've got to find her one. And I gave her to her today. And for my son helping out, I gave him a little something special. Got videos on that as well. So definitely check those out. Thank you guys again for everything that you do. I so appreciate it. I will definitely see you soon for another video. Again, a little long this time, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you're finding on your thrift hunts. Stay cosmically insane, my friends. Keep collecting all those action figures. Come back here to the Atubosphere. That's right. And if you want to find me, all you got to do is type in this, Avian Sauvage. Subscribe to the channel. Check out all the channels. Remember, remix them, remaster them, put them on your socials, and we will thank you for helping out, by the way. I do appreciate that. And we will definitely see you cosmically soon for another video.